Welcome to the Green Wave Sports Network. I'm Connor Glory here with Lorenzo Scola, and today we're here for a matchup between the 4-4 Delbarton Green Wave and the 3-6 Paramus Catholic Paladins. Lorenzo, tell me what your thoughts are on this game.
Yeah, this is a big game for both teams. The Green Wave looking to secure the 5th seed in the playoff seeding, so this is big for them to finish above 500 at 4-4. And for Paramus, they've played some tough opponents this season. Look to have a big game from receiver junior Nakai Martin, who has 860 yards on the season.
Yeah, and when we come back, Lorenzo got an interview with head coach at Delbarton, Brian Bowers, and we'll go to that.
Coach Brian Bowers for the Green Wave Sports Network. Coach, coming off that huge win last week, what did you emphasize in practice this week to keep that same focus heading into this one?
I mean, I think we can't have a letdown. You know, we were super excited about last week, and we've won 3 of the last 4 games, so there's a lot of positive momentum. We beat a really good DePaul team and captured a piece of the United White championship, which is a goal of ours. But heading into the playoffs against a really good Paramus Catholic team, we need to play well. Not only just because of it's going to affect the seedings, but just for us, we need to go into the playoffs with momentum. So it couldn't be more big than this. Definitely.
Coming into this year, your running back group has been explosive all season long. How has that group really shaped the tone for the offense this season?
Absolutely. I mean, we feel like we need to run the ball. We'll take some shots when we have them. But our offense is certainly predicated on a strong, tough run game, led by Matt Teferi, Kobe Irby Mason in particular have been 2 guys that have just done a phenomenal job. And that'll have to be the thing today, too, because there's a lot of wind. You don't know what's going to happen with the football, so you got to take care of the football. You got to run the ball today. So, we know that our offensive line is gearing up for this. They take great pride in how we run the football. And, with all the elements today, our line's going to have to take over the game.
And with playoff seeding being a big one out of this outcome, what's the key really to coming out on top tonight?
I mean, I'll say first, special teams. I think we feel like we have an advantage there. With our kicking game and with all this wind, I think special teams is going to be play a bigger role than normal. I think that with their explosive offense, we got to get to the quarterback. They have some really good skilled receivers, really good, and the running backs are very, very good too. So, we feel like we want to make them one-dimensional. If we can get to the quarterback, make them maybe run the ball more than they want to, I think that'll be an advantage for us. And then offensively, like I just said, we have to pound the football. We have to rely on our offensive line. We will take some shots, but again, it's going to be a little tricky with the wind. But if we can do those 3 things: run the ball with authority, stop their run, make them one-dimensional, and dominate the kick game, we should be fine.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Please rise and remove your hats for the prayer led by Father Michael Tidd, headmaster here at Delbarton, and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem.
Let us remember we are in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. God of compassion and strength, we gather this afternoon as one community, Delbarton School and Paramus Catholic High School, mindful that life's most significant victories are those of faith, hope, and love. Today, we remember with special gratitude and sorrow Coach Nick Mangold, father of Matthew, class of 2029, and beloved offensive line coach for Delbarton, whose sudden passing has touched us all. We thank you for Nick's life, for his devotion to his family, his mentorship of our young men, and the passion and integrity he brought to the game of football. His strength, patience, and humor shaped not only better players, but also better men. Receive him now into your tender mercy, and surround Matthew and the entire Mangold family with your consolation, courage, and peace. From our Benedictine tradition, teach us to listen with the ear of the heart, that our care for one another may be the most authentic expression of our faith in you and your Son, Jesus. Bless and protect every player, coach, and official today. Keep them safe from injury, steadfast in purpose, and generous in sportsmanship. Eternal rest grant unto him, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon him. May his soul and the souls of all the faithful departed rest in peace. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Welcome to Delbarton School and Reagan Field for this game. This is between the Delbarton Green Wave and the Paramus Catholic Paladins. I'm here with my good pal Virdal, and we're going to cover this game today between the 3 and 6 Paramus Catholic Paladins and the 4 and 4 Delbarton Green Wave. Fear, what are your takeaways for this game?
Yeah, today's going to be a very tough match for both sides. I think they're well balanced for both of them. You know, Paramus Catholic's record is 3 and 6. However, they have played some tough competition, so I don't think their record really speaks for their talent. So I'm interested to see how this game unfolds today, and I think it should be a good one.
Yeah, Veer, and this game has major playoff implications. The Green Wave are gunning for that 5th seed after that huge win last week against the Paul Catholic, and the 3 and 6 Paramus Catholic Paladins, while not having a chance to get a pretty high seed, this could be a big game to get momentum before they go into a big playoff matchup next week.
Yeah, most definitely, Connor.
And as we go past the coin toss, the Green Wave are kicking it off. Rob Lanning is getting ready to send it away to Paramus Catholic. And it is fielded at the 3. And great coverage by the Green Wave. Brings him down right past the 15. Oh, they're going to mark him a little bit past the 15-yard line. Looks like the tackle was made by a bunch of Green Wave defenders.
Yeah, I think Tafuri got there first, the running back, but showing a little defense right there.
Yeah, Veer, and let's talk about him. He's going to be an X factor for the Green Wave. In their big win against the Paul Catholic, he had basically all of the Green Wave's production. What do you want to see out of him today?
I mean, same old what he's been doing all season. It's worked very well for the Green Wave. They've been successful getting the ball to him, and he's really one of the playmakers on this team that allows them to be successful.
Motion. End around. And a very nice first play for the Paladins. It's a first down on the first play. And that'll be a first down for Paramus Catholic.
Yeah, to go back to your point, Connor, I think both of these teams are probably fighting for that 5th or 6th seed. The non-public A playoff bracket is definitely shaken up, especially after the win last week from Delbarton, beating the number 3 ranked DePaul Catholic. So I'm excited and interested to see how the playoff bracket unfolds.
Agreed, Veer. And it's a QB draw. Number 15, Rowan Martin is at quarterback today, and he can fly. He's a very run-heavy quarterback. You won't see him throw the ball too often, but if he does, he's probably going to throw it to the star receiver for the Paladins. Nakai Martin, who has over 800 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns this year so far.
Yeah, the Paladin just moving the ball efficiently right now. But gets stopped there. Great defense from Chris Daddis.
Yeah,
getting
Veer.
the tackle.
And he is leading the Green Wave with 3 sacks this year. Daddis has really been a force up there. I mean, I wouldn't want to run against that guy.
Yeah, definitely. What, like 6'5", 300-something pounds? Absolute tank.
And that's a big play for the Green Wave defense, getting them back on schedule, and now it's 2nd and long. Paramus Catholic.
If you remember the game last year, it was just absolutely madness.
Martin back to pass. Wonky throw, but it's caught and a first down.
Great job right there from the Paladins, moving the chains once again, give them a fresh set of downs.
And that was Nakai Martin, like we said earlier, who's been great all year, and he's smaller, but he's got that incredible speed as we saw there. He catches a little short route and he breaks away, and it's a first down for the Paladins.
Yeah, the Paramus Catholics just finding the gaps right now.
Martin in motion, and it will be a toss to the running back. Good defense there. Rushed by Achilles Dupont.
Kylie with the tackle there, along with Coy and Sclafani.
And Veer, that's another big story point for the Green Wave. They've moved Austin Kiley from running back to cornerback last week against Paramus and against DePaul, and it worked very well. And he's still here today. He brings size to the cornerback room that's undersized.
Yeah, definitely.
In motion again, Martin, and the quarterback will keep it.
Great tackle right there from Matt O'Leary. Just reading the play and getting a great tackle right there. Brings up a 3rd and 9 for the Paladins.
Matt O'Leary for no gain, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Big 3rd down here.
Much agreed, Veer. This is a big play. The Green Wave finally got a 3rd down on this drive where the Paladins have been moving it very well. 2 good stops on the run plays. You got to think that Martin's going to have to throw the ball here. Back to pass. Martin. He's looking deep. Nakai. Oh, and it goes right through his hands. Nakai Martin was wide open. And that breakaway speed we were talking about.
Yeah, it was a good route. Just overthrown a little bit. He definitely had some space there. So brings up 4th and 9 for the Paladins. It looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. So,
and I wouldn't blame them. I mean, they had a great drive so far and a couple bad plays, but even that play was broken wide open, just a drop.
Yeah, and they're also in weird field position here. Never know with a punt.
Blocked. Great block for the Green Wave defense, and it is caught by number 4, Emmett Coy, it looks like.
Yeah, so great first defensive drive for the Green Wave, stopping the Paladins. And the Green Wave will take over at around their own 30.
And now the Green Wave is on offense. Kobe Irby Mason in the backfield and Gallardi as quarterback. Motion's over, and it's a run to Mason. He gets downhill. Head down, and he gets about 5.
Yeah, great job from Irby Mason. Great block from Tafiri coming in motion, getting in that space.
And Irby Mason had a tougher game against DePaul's defense. They wrapped him up pretty well. They obviously had a great defensive line. He's looking to get a bounce-back game today.
Yeah, I think that's also just feeding the hot hand into Fury. He had his day that day, so don't necessarily think it was on Kobe Irby Mason.
And a handoff again to Mason, and he gets stuffed today on that run. Loss of 1. Now it is 3rd and 5 for the Green Wave, and just one hit and down. That big defensive lineman. I couldn't tell who that made that tackle, but that was a great play by whoever that was.
Loss of about 1 on that play brings up 3rd and 4 for the Green Wave.
Tackles made by 34.
See the hard count from the Green Wave.
Clardy sends a man in motion. Looks like that's Ryu. Pass to you, and it's incomplete. Looked like a little bit of miscommunication. You turned around a little bit too late, and the Green Wave are going to have to punt.
Number 10, Gavin Gallardi's pass.
Yeah, so
for number 13,
3 and out for the Green Wave. Giuseppe DiPietro will come in to punt this ball away.
And Veer, he's been a great punter all year. He's really pinned a lot of teams back as the punt is away. DiPietro, another great one. And Martin calls a fair catch down at the 16-yard line for the Paladins.
We'll be back after a short break.
the Paladins back on the field. Martin, quarterback in the backfield, joined by DuPont. Motion. And it's a quarterback keep for Martin. He gets about 2, and he is tackled. Maybe 1. And that tackle was made by Devin Martin.
They call him Dart.
And Martin, Scalfani, and Coy are going to be the 3 big senior leaders that you're going to see from the Green Wave that make a lot of tackles for them. Coy had a beautiful game against DePaul, and Scalfani has been consistent all year being the captain of the defense. Second down. Play action. Looking around. He's going deep to number 7, and Kylie makes a great play on the ball, and that is an incomplete pass. That pass was intended for number 7, Austin Barrett, and a great play by Austin Kylie to break it up.
Yeah, great job from Kylie right there, just breaking the ball up. Now with 3rd and long for the Paladins, so great job from the defense here.
And now 3rd and long for the Paladins. DuPont and Martin in the backfield. Motion, quick snap, pass. It's to Nikhil again, and he will get tackled by a host of Green Wave defenders. It looks like Matt O'Leary was the first one to get there. And it will be 4th down.
Yeah, great job from Green Wave there. I don't know what the Paladins are going to do here. 4th and 1, so.
Got to think that block punt's in the back of their mind. They want field position here, and it's a short gain. You might as well go for it.
Yeah, interesting. Let's see what they do here. This looks like they're going to be in Wildcat.
They're in the Wildcat formation. Looks like fake. DuPont keeps it, and he's going. He gets the 1st down really easily.
Yeah, great play call, first of all. And credit to the O-line, just giving him that hole and getting the 1st down and more.
That's good for the Paladins' 1st down.
99 is out, too. 99 is out, so we just take advantage. Oh, shit, he just came back in. Never mind. 88. I saw 88 out.
And Martin back in the backfield, and it's back to O again.
Get out, you!
And he gets another 1st down.
15, Rowan Martin, hands to number 2, Chuo Do.
The O-line's doing a great job for the Paladins.
And Chuo Do is not the leading rusher for the Paladins, but he has had a really big impact so far in this game. And it looks like he's their main running back today. Tackle is made by Emmett Coy.
Handoff once again goes to number 2, Chuo Do.
Strong tackle right there from Coy. It's going to bring up a 2nd and round 5.
6 on that play will bring up 2nd and 4.
And it looks like they're going to O a lot on this drive. Paramus Catholic's offensive line is getting a great pushback, and I mean, if it isn't broke, why would you fix it?
Paladins running the ball very efficiently, chewing up the clock.
Pass, Martin, and he's sacked. He's brought down by an array of defenders. It looks like that's number 90, Carroll, with the sack.
Yeah, and O'Leary was there as well, just creating pressure, not allowing the quarterback to get much off. So a great job by them. And goes from 2nd and short to 3rd and long. So big job right there from the Green Wave.
Now big 3rd down. Carroll comes off the field. They got their nickel set. Kylie. O'Leary, and looks like Hauser is out there. And the Green Wave faithful getting rowdy. Snap to Martin. Steps back in the pocket. He's going deep. He's got a man. Adrian, oh, and it's caught off the tip. And it's a touchdown for Paramus Catholic. I cannot believe that. Adrian Hunter tried to get the interception and it tipped off his hands into the hands of number AJ Lopez, and that will be a touchdown for the Paladins.
I'm speechless with what just happened. I mean,
Nearly intercepted by number 30, Adrian
great
Hunter.
job from
Ends up in the hands
the
of
wide
number
receiver,
7,
just
Anthony
keeping his
Lopez.
focus.
In for the Paladins touchdown.
Yeah, and you don't see that often. Hunter's obviously a freshman, and you can't even blame him. It's not really even inexperience. It's just unluckiness. And great play by Lopez, you said. And it's a blocked extra point. The Green Wave defensive special teams playing great, but it seems he got injured on that block kick.
By number 2, Nick Stoll.
Nick
He's-
Stoll there.
He's walking up. Great job from Stoll, but I mean,
That will keep the score.
Wow.
Green Wave 0,
Just
Paladins
wow.
6.
And Veer, that was a very interesting play right there for that touchdown. Great play by Lopez, being heads up, and just unfortunate for Delbarton for having such a great defensive play just to end up being a touchdown. But a very good drive nonetheless for Paramus Catholic. They get on the board first away, and from a momentum standpoint, that is a huge momentum boost because it's a huge passing touchdown, huge play.
yeah, let's see how the Green Wave respond here. You know, I think the defense for Delbarton was playing pretty well, honestly. Just got a little unfortunate right there.
I agree, Veer. Pretty good coverage, if you ask me, from Hunter. I mean, he did a great job. It's just unlucky.
Yeah, this is interesting. 15 came all the way up. 83.
Now set to kick.
After the touchdown, number 83, James Bortnick in to kick.
James Bordick, who's a freshman.
Back to receive for the Green Wave, number 16, Grant Van Rapport.
Grant Van Rapp is back to receive, and he's been an X factor for the Green Wave as well. And actually, in this same matchup last year, Van Rapport took back an 80-yard touchdown off a little stick route, and he caught it, took it 75 yards off the tackle, broke a tackle, and took it to the end zone. It's a short kick that is caught by Kylie,
Bortnick's kick
and he goes
ends up
right
in the hands of
down.
Austin Kiley.
Yeah, so the Green Wave will have pretty good field position here at their 34.
And like I was saying earlier about Grant Van Rapp's big play against Paramus Catholic last year, you got to think they're not going to kick it to him because of his big playability. But now he's on the field here, and you got to think that the Green Wave are going to try to target him into Fury
Once
now.
again, you can purchase your 50/50 tickets to support the Kidney Foundation in memory of Nick Mangold. Tickets are on sale. You can buy 1 ticket for $5, 3 tickets for $10, or 10 tickets for $20.
And it's a run to the Fury, like we said.
So make sure you get your tickets.
And that's a great run there by Teferi. I do not think, oh, they're going to give him the first down. Oh, maybe not. Line judge says he's short, and they're not going to give it to him. But a very nice run.
Oh, now they're going to give it to him. So
Back and forth on the call, but first down for the Green Wave, which is a great start. First play, first down. And Teferi, he's been dynamite for the Green Wave.
yeah, moving the chains for Delbarton.
That was good for the Green Wave first down.
Already hard count. Paramus Catholic not biting. Looked over the sidelines. Play action. And that's caught by Yu. Spin move and another first down for the Green Wave. And Gerard Yu seemed to be a key part of the game plan for the Green Wave. Already got 2 targets so far. And a first down for the Green Wave again, and they're going in the hurry up.
Recent Middlebury commit, so he's definitely got a chip on his shoulder now.
Yes, congrats to him as Teferi gets the ball again and another solid rush off an outside zone. About 5 or 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Green Wave.
Brought down by number 6.
Another great run from Safiri. Just getting yards for Delbarton. They're inching their way closer.
With 1:30 in the first quarter, you gotta think the Green Wave either going to sit on this ball or try to score before the quarter. We'll see what their game plan is. We're in the hurry up right now, so you got to think that they want to score. It's a minute 15. Ghilardi snaps. Drops back, goes deep. Is that Grant Van Raphorst? Of course it is. Huge play by GVR. Down at the 1. The kid is dynamite. He is so good. I mean, he tore up the Paramus Catholic defense last year, and he tore him up again, and I think they're going to keep targeting him. Wow, great route there, and now it's first and goal for the Green Wave.
Yeah, great route from.
Hand off to the Fury, and he's in! Touchdown, Green Wave. Wow, the drive was set up there by that big, beautiful throw and catch from Ghilardi to Van Raphorst, and of course the Fury again. That's his 10th touchdown on the season for the Green Wave.
Yeah, one thing we talked about early on in the season is that Ghilardi and Grant Van Rapp are both sophomores, and their connection has only grown from the start of the season. And we've seen that throughout the entire last couple of weeks, and how they just both improved tremendously, gotten more comfortable with each other, and they're playing at the top of their game right now.
Agreed, Veer. Grant Van Rapp has a little bit over 500 receiving yards this season with 5 receiving touchdowns. He's been great, and kick is good from Hudson Yee, a bomb, and now it is 7-6, 6-7 as the kids say. And the Green Wave are leading, and we'll take a break. And as we return from break, Rob Lannon set to kick it off again. And the Kai Martin back there, the dangerous Paramus Catholic receiver who we've seen his production already. And Lanning kicks it off. It's a good kick going straight from Martin over his head, and it's a touchback. Beautiful kick. And
it's going to be actually stopped at the... Or, never mind, touchback.
And the Paladins will get the ball at the 20-yard line. And Veer, if you're Paramus Catholic head coach Greg Russo, you've had a great start there, but your defense cracks on like Delbarton's first real drive. What are you saying to your team?
I mean, I think they've had a pretty good plays when they're on offense, so I think they just need to keep doing what they're doing. Their O-line is doing a great job creating the holes for the running back and the quarterback. I think they're in a completely fine position here. Just continue to do what you've done all season.
And Martin and Odoa in the backfield, and it's a run for Martin, and he gets about a 6-yard gain before tackled by Hunter.
Yeah, good tackle from Hunter right there.
Known as Pop at school, and then it's his 2nd and 2 for the Paramus Catholic Paladins, getting ahead of schedule there with a great quarterback run from Martin. And he's made some pretty good throws for being a running threat so far. He's made some pretty outstanding throws, especially that touchdown, which wasn't perfect, but a touchdown is a touchdown. And it's him and Odoa back in the backfield again. Martin takes the snap and hands it off to Odoa. And he will get the first down, I believe. It's a close spot.
That will most likely.
Yep, and the chains have been moved. It's a first down for Odoa. And he has been getting high frequency of carries. And the first quarter will be concluded with Delbarton 7, Paramus Catholic 6 as we take a break. And it will be 1st and 10 for the Paramus Catholic Paladins as we continue this game, starting up the second quarter. Martin and Odoa back in the backfield again. They've been together basically all game. Snap, and it's a pass, and it's overthrown a little bit too high for number 8.
So it will be 2nd and 10. Just through the hands of Martin.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Paladins.
And it seems like Paramus Catholic's game plan is to get the ball to Nakai Martin, get the ball in the quarterback Martin's hands, and give the ball to Odoa. Those three have really been the playmakers so far on offense, and they've done a pretty dang good job so far. 2nd and 10, Martin and Odoa in the backfield. Martin in motion, and it will be an end around, almost blown up, but now Martin's got space, and he's got speed. And that is a huge run for Nakai Martin, a gain of about 20, and that is a first down past the Green Wave 50 at the Green Wave 48. Almost brought down by, I believe, Scalfani in the backfield, but just missed it, and Martin's got breakaway speed.
Yeah, great job from Martin breaking the tackle, and he just accelerated out of there. 1st and 10 from the Delbarton 48 for the Paladins.
Martin and Odoa run to Martin, quarterback keep, and he's making a bunch of moves, and that's another first down as he's pushing the pile. Wow. And that's a gain of about 18, 19 for Rowan Martin,
Yeah,
the quarterback.
They're doing a great job just moving the chains. Efficient plays from the Paladins.
Paladins will have a 1st and 10 from
And the Green Wave don't really have an answer right now.
The Paladins, similar to the Delbarton Green Wave, are a pretty young team. A lot of their high-volume offensive production are coming back next year, including Martin, Odoa, and the Makai Martin. That's another first down for Martin. Wow, it looks like he was taken down by number 81, Dart, who's also Martin. A lot of Martins in this game. And that will be 2nd and 1, 9-yard carry for Martin. And him, Odoa, and Martin have really been the three-headed monster that the Green Wave cannot slay yet.
2nd and 1 for the Paladins. I think the key difference here is just the O-line of the Paladins are creating so much space for the backs to just get in those gaps and make plays out of there.
Martin takes the snap, hands it off. Odoa, he's got a hole, he's going! And he's down to the 9-yard line of Delbarton. You're right, Veer. You can see that right there is just a gaping hole, and the speed of the Paladins' skill players is pretty easily to show your speed if you have a bunch of space to run.
And the Paladins will have a 1st and goal from the 10.
And it seems like the cold weather, the cold November weather, which is crazy to say it's November, is not affecting the Paladins or the Delbarton Green Wave offense at all. Both of them have been moving very well. 1st and goal. Martin takes the snap. Hands it off to hands it off to Odoa. He breaks the tackle, but then a bunch of Delbarton Green Wave defenders. He breaks off Scalfani's, but he could not break off the rest of the pile. And he's taken down by Alex Fazikis, who's the leading tackler for the Delbarton Green Wave.
Yeah, so that turns it to 1st and 10 to 1st and 14. Or 2nd and 14, excuse me.
And last week we saw Emmett Coyne in the backfield. It felt like every play, and it feels like Scalfani has been in the backfield multiple times, just hasn't really made the play, but I feel like he's going to. He's there every single time. It's hard to escape him. He's a beast. Martin, QB draw again. He's got a hole, and he will be down at the 1-yard line. He's got speed. at the quarterback position. It's 3rd and 2. And Veer, as we see now in the modern game, you know, Lamar Jackson, one of the best in the NFL, but speed at the quarterback position is so valuable because it keeps the defense on their toes.
We'll have a 3rd and goal from the 3.
Yeah, so big 3rd down, and you imagine if they get stopped, they're going to go for it on 4th down. So big couple of next plays here for both sides.
3rd and goal, and last time the Paladins tried to kick an extra point, it was blocked by Nick Stoll. So I agree with you, Veer. I think you got to go for it, especially how well your offensive line has got to push. Looks like they are in the pistol set. Martin takes the snap. Odoa, he's got it, and it will be a touchdown, barely touched, and the Paladins take the lead 12-7, and that was just domination by the Paladins' offensive line. I mean, getting a great push every single play, it felt like.
Yeah, I mean, O-line is really working for the Paramus Catholic Paladins right now. It looks like they're going to kick an extra point here.
And, almost blocked again by Nick Stoll, but the kick is good by 83, Bordnick. And that will make the score 13-7. And with this high-scoring game, you got to think, maybe that blocked extra points by Stoll will be valuable, as this is a close game so far, and we'll take a quick break. And our third member of our team, Lorenzo Scola, is down on the field, and he has some insight about Coach Chi's next drive. Thank you, Lorenzo. And the kick is off. Bortnick again, another short one. Grant Van Rapp is going to take a good bounce, and he's got speed. He can break away, and he gets down to the 30-yard line. Bortnick going a little botch kick approach and is working, slowing down the Green Wave's kickoff return unit. But not bad piece of field position for the Green Wave as the Green Wave offense comes out.
Wave once again.
We'll have a 1st and 10 from there.
And as Delbarton takes the field.
7 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the second quarter, so still plenty of time.
They'll be in the I formation to Fury in the backfield. Hand off to the Fury, and he is blown up. Looks like number 7 on the tackle.
Handoff goes to number 7, Matthew DeFury.
And that is Austin Barrett. Sorry, number 0, Moretto.
About 1 on that. We'll bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 for the Green Wave.
Second and 11 for the Green Wave. Gallardi in the backfield. Irby Mason now there. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's still Tafuri. And Gallardi make a little move. We've seen Martin on the other side run the ball. And Gallardi makes a nice move there and gets a little bit of yardage back, making it 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 6 or 5 for the Green Wave as Easton Wardroff comes off the field in the 3 wide receiver package. You got Castellano, Van Rapp, and you all to the left. To Fury in the backfield. And the hard count, Paladin staying disciplined. Gallardi snaps. He steps back. He's looking for someone. Castellano, he misses the throw. I think a little bit of a miscommunication. Castellano didn't seem to think he was going to get that ball there, but he was pretty open. And looks like the Green Wave will have to punt. Another 3 and out for them.
Yeah, I think it's just a miscommunication right there from Gallardi and Castellanos. So Giuseppe DiPietro, will come out for the punt. And the Paladins will take over here.
And Nakai Martin back there to receive it. He's dangerous, but DiPietro's punts have been basically unreturnable because of how good they've been. Another great one. Not as good to his standards, but not bad. As it'll drop at the Paladins 35, where they'll start that drive. And now this is a big drive for the Delbarton defense, getting a stop and getting the ball back to their offense. Delbarton gets the ball first in the second half. So if they make a stop here and they score 14-13, you got to be confident going into the half.
Yeah, ideally you get a stop here and you allow the Lear offense to try to put some points on the board and go into this thing tied or even up by 1.
Martin sends Martin in motion. It's a fake. It's a quarterback keep, and Martin gets about 4. Some extra blocking there. After the play, the Paladins staying physical on the O-line, and it'll be a gain about 4, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, just efficient runs, play after play from Paramus Catholic.
They're not asking too much of Martin out of the air game, and when he has had to, he's made some pretty good throws. But on the ground, he's been really great so far for them, being a spark plug. 2nd and 6. Odoa and Martin. Martin comes in motion, and now they will give it to him. And he spins off a tackler and gets that's the first down. He's just so shifty and fast. He's really just an X factor. He's been their leading receiver and their leading defender in the pass game. He has the most interceptions for the Paladins. He's just really an all-around gadget player, and he's been one of the best in New Jersey.
1st and 10 for Paramus Catholic.
Martin sends Martin in motion again. Now it's a run to Odoa, who gets about 4. And we've seen that Martin motion the last 3 plays so far, and it's been QB run, end around, and halfback run. So really they have a mixture, a plethora of things. You got to keep the Green Wave guessing on that one formation. And so far, the Paramus Catholic run game has been dynamite, unstoppable even. They even use their star receiver, Martin, in the run game. That makes them even more dangerous. Try to get the Green Wave to jump, not budging. And it's a run to Odoa. He breaks it off to the outside. He breaks another tackle, keeps his head down, and the tackle is made by Kylie, but it's after the first down. And Martin keeping his head down. I'm sorry, Odoa, and breaking off tackle. Oh, that's DuPont. I'm sorry. I'm getting DuPont and Odoa mixed up, but still a great play. And they're going to give him a 3rd and 1. I thought he was far past the line, but a Delbarton spot will make it 3rd and 1. DuPont with a solid run, keeping his head down. And he is the leading rusher for the Paladins. Now Odoa is in the game.
Yeah, big 3rd down here for both sides.
And it'll be a run to Odoa, and oh! He extends, but they say he got his leg was down before he was extended. It looks like, I believe Scalfani was in the backfield, like we said over and over again. A arm tackle did not bring him down, but it tripped him up enough for him to stop them. And now a 4th and 2, a loss of 1 there. The Paladins' run game has been dynamite all day. You got to think they're going to run the ball here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the offensive line for the Paladins has just been incredibly strong.
And it'll be another, oh my, DuPont pushing right through. Actually, DuPont was in the backfield with him. Chuodo, and another first down for the Paladins, again on that Wildcat formation that they got the other 4th and 2 on. And it reminds me of the days of Delbarton when we had last year, you know, Philip Fomar, and we used to run that formation. That formation's very good in 4th and short when you get the ball to your best ball carrier.
1st and 10.
Martin hands it off to DuPont, I believe that is, and it's, oh my, it's just bread and butter. It feels like they're just running the ball right down Delbarton's throats. Another 15-yard gain.
Yeah, just down the middle every single time for the Paladins, and the Green Wave have not found a way to stop that run game. So 1st and 10 from Delbarton's 26-yard line.
And the Paladins' game plan has worked very well so far on offense and defense. It's really been perfect execution. Martin takes the ball, hands it off to Odoa, who gets a stiff arm and gets pushed out for another 15-yard gain. Another inside zone, and he just breaks it out.
Yeah, it looked like Delbarton switched their formation there, trying to bunch up the middle because of the Paladins' run game, and that allowed the outside to be open, and they took advantage of that. So 1st and 10 once again for the Paladins, and 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in this first half.
Yeah, and great field vision from Odoa and DuPont so far, reading their offensive line and finding the open hole as it's another run. DuPont gets the ball. He breaks off tacklers, and he is down at the 3 or 4 yard line, and it looks like another first down. It will be 1st and goal for the Paladins. And, I mean, this is just domination at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it just seems as if they're getting like 10 yards every single play right now.
And you got to think that once half rolls around in 2 minutes that the Green Wave are going to be harping on their defensive adjustments that they need to make to stop this run.
Clock slowly ticking down.
Martin takes the snap, hands it off, coming downfield on that I formation, and he gets tackled, blown up. I believe that was DuPont who got the ball.
Handoff goes to number 2,
Chuodo, I'm sorry.
There by number 4, Emmett Coy.
Odo downhill, and he gets stopped.
If you're Paramus Catholic, you don't want to give Delbarton the ball back before half. So it looks like they're just going to try to run this ball out and see if they...
And Martin is out. It looks like they're going to run that Wildcat formation with Odo and DuPont, and I was correct. Odo is in the backfield. He gets the ball. He takes a direct snap, and he is tackled. Breaking tackles. He will not get there. Another stop. It will be 3rd and goal at around the 2 yard line. Yeah, and that play has been money so far on 4th down for them, and that's the first time I'm really seeing the Green Wave stopping that play.
Yeah, so 3rd and looks like 4 for the Paladins.
Paladins will have a 3rd and goal from the 2.
But, Veer, you got to wonder if this is maybe what the Paladins wanted, because now there's 30 seconds left in the half. If they score here, that is the dream drive, because Delbarton will have no time to do anything. Martin, motion. Martin keeps the ball. Quarterback keep. He looks for a hole, and he gets it. He scores, and that was probably the dream last set of downs for the Paramus Catholic Paladins. They get off about 1 minute and 40 seconds, and Martin, the quarterback, rushes it in, and we talked about how he's a threat with his legs, and wow, he has been excellent so far with his legs.
Yeah, just a tough one for the Green Wave, not even getting the ball back before halftime. So, the extra point awaiting from Paramus Catholic.
And Broderick getting on to kick. Yeah, I saw a little movement by the Delbarton Green Wave. Looks like Nick Stoll was trying to get another block, and the ref will call it neutral zone infraction on the Green Wave.
Offsides against the Green Wave.
And you got to think maybe Yeah, I think they're gonna go for two. It's now only at the 1 yard line, and I mean, why wouldn't you make it 21-7 and correct the field goal extra point block mistake and make your score even better? 19-7, 20 seconds left. Ball at the 1 yard line after that neutral zone infraction by Nick Stoll. We'll have Paramus Catholic's offense back on the field, and you gotta think it's gonna be a run. I don't see any world why this team would have to throw the ball, especially at this down and distance. In the pistol formation, and that looks like Odoa in the backfield. Martin hands it off to him, and that's money. He looked like he got untouched. I mean, it's just a gaping hole, and they just run right through, and they get another first down, another 2 points. And 20 seconds left. It is 21-7 in Veer. What do you think the Delbarton defense has to make changes about?
Yeah, I mean, right now they're just running up the gut, so I think maybe change your formation here and there. The O-line of Paramus Catholic is really doing a fantastic job, so hats off to them. But I think if you're the defensive line of Delbarton, try to just get more pressure and keep the middle clogged so the backs of Paramus Catholic don't have much to work with.
Agreed, and I think that this was the perfect second quarter for Paramus Catholic. 14 unanswered points after being down 7-6 going into the second quarter. They've really had a pitch perfect second quarter so far. A defensive stop and great time of possession, as now it is 21-7 with 20 seconds left, and we know Botrick has done a lot of pooch short kicks, so you got to think that Grant Van Rapp probably will not have a chance to return this. Yep, as another short one. They don't want Van Rapp to get the ball. It is recovered by number 7, I believe. Nope, number 20. I think that was Easton. Yeah, 26, Easton Woodruff recovered it, and he gave a pretty solid return. 14 seconds left. If you're the Green Wave, what is your mentality? I think you got to go for a deep shot. I mean, why not? You're getting the ball back in the second half.
Yeah.
Risk reward.
Maybe take a deep shot with Van Rapp or Singularity like we've seen before.
The Green Wave will have a 1st and 10.
Easier said than done, though.
One excellent thing the Green Wave have, though, in the receiving room is height. You and Van Raphorst both over 6 feet tall, so if there's a jump ball, I think one of them could maybe come down with it.
Green Wave do have all their timeouts, so.
And they'll just run it with Tafuri. They don't think the risk is worth it. Great tackle behind the line by number 0.
Handoff goes to number 7, Matthew DeFury. Brought down by number 6, Darius
That's going to be the half. Paramus Catholic leads Green Wave 21-7.
And we'll take a break before coming back to you with our halftime takeaways. And I'm Connor Glory back with Veer Dahl, and it's halftime. Paramus Catholic leads Delbarton 21-7. And Veer, what takeaways do you want to see from Delbarton's halftime? You want to see improvements and adjustments that they have to make?
Yeah, offensively, I think he's just being more efficient, getting the run game established. Maybe, some passes like we've seen to you earlier, just some space, just getting some yards, moving the ball efficiently. And then on the defensive end, I think it's just really stopping the run game. So I'm interested to see what adjustments the defensive side of the ball has made. Clogging up the middle, not allowing the backs to get anything, really. I mean, the credit to the Paramus Catholic offensive line. They've done a great job. So I'm interested to see the adjustments the Green Wave have made.
And the kick is off. We're starting the third quarter. And for Paramus Catholic, I'd say my takeaway is just keep doing what you're doing. I think it was a beautiful half of football. Not many mistakes to look at and point and shoot at. So just keep playing your game. And Delbarton will start with the ball in the third quarter to start the second half as Easton Woodruff caught another short kick. And now the Green Wave offense is out on the field. And Veer, like you said, being efficient is huge. They start in the I formation with looks like Fury in the backfield. Clardy snaps it to Fury, takes it to Fury, goes, he's going, he's pushing, he gets about 5. He's got great speed coming out of that handoff. And like you said, being efficient, that's a good start. To be efficient, 2nd and 5 is a lot easier down and distance.
Yeah, great job from Tafir right there. Just getting some good yards. And Jaden Small's in the game for the Green Wave right now.
Yeah, I just picked up on that. He was in the game last play too, and he's Delbarton's running threat more of than a throwing threat. Delbarton coming out with different personnel, probably trying to change it up a bit. He is a great runner, but he throws a screen pass here to Grant Van Rapp. He's got speed. He gets the outside, and it looks like a first down. And Van Rapp is going to be an X factor in the second half. I don't think that there's anyone on this Paramus Catholic team that can cover GVR. And his brother, the great Mike Van Rapp, was also a great receiver for Delbarton. The Van Rapp family runs deep in the Delbarton family.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 for the Green Wave.
Smaltz goes with the hard count, does not get them. And he is a freshman, so he will have a lot of time. Delbarton's got 2 great young quarterbacks that are just going to develop.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to manage that for the years to come.
Smaltz takes the snap. He's going to throw it again, this time to DeFury. And DeFury gets the outside and looks like a first down. Don't know if he went out of bounds. He went out of bounds a little bit early, 9-yard play. But like we said, Smaltz has been more of the running threat. You don't really see him throw the ball, but Delbarton, I got to think, surprising Paramus Catholic with a lot of throwing plays so far with Smaltz.
Yeah, the pass game opens up the run game, so let's see what they do here.
And Irby Mason out of the pistol formation, a go-to for the Delbarton running game. They go out of the pistol formation. You got the running backs like Fury and Irby Mason coming downhill, and they run with their head down. Irby Mason there getting the 1 yard, and Smaltz having a pretty dang good drive so far.
Yeah, being efficient. So 1st and 10 for the Green Wave in Paramus Catholic territory.
Oh, and it's a bad snap over Smaltz's head, and he's just got to fall on it. And that is dangerous and a drive killer for the Green Wave. That's at least a 20-yard loss, and now it's about 2nd and 30.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for the Green Wave. Now they go from a 2nd and manageable to a 3rd and, 2nd and very long.
And the play call here, you got to think the playbook is very small for a 2nd and 30. It's not really a play that you expect to be in a lot, but it does happen. And in a game like this, when you're down and you really need a touchdown here to set the tone, that really drains the energy. Smaltz in the pistol. He's throwing it again, and it is a poor throw, and it hits the ground. Looks like intended for number 7 to Fury. And now on 3rd and 30, you got to think they're going to be conservative. Oh, I believe Gallardi is back in, if my eyes don't deceive me. And he is the throwing quarterback, and he really is a little bit more experienced than Schmaltz, even though Schmaltz is equally as talented. And on this play, he's just going to run it. So I guess it wasn't a throwing change, as Irby Mason gets back about 8, and Giuseppe DiPietro is going to come on the field and boot it back to the Paramus Catholic Paladins.
Yeah, just an unfortunate sequence of events for the Green Wave. The snap just put them in a bad position there, and they will be forced to punt this ball away.
And DiPietro's punt is a all right one. It takes a Green Wave bounce, and it's going to be down to the 22-yard line.
DiPietro's kick downed by number 2.
So Paramus Catholic will take over at their own 23-yard line.
And this is probably one of the biggest drives of the game. Delbarton needs a stop here, and they need to stop quick. If Paramus Catholic maybe doesn't score but runs out the time of the 3rd quarter, it could be big. I mean, time is of essence for the Green Wave, and how the running game is going, if you just run the ball down their throat, that runs down the clock. Right now, they are in the shotgun formation with, it looks like, I cannot tell who the running back is to the side. He gets the ball, though, and he gets blown up, and that's exactly what you need if you're Delbarton. A 1-yard carry by, I think, DuPont got that ball there in the backfield, if I'm not mistaken. Him and Odo have been switching off all day, but that's what you need. A 1-yard run for the Paramus Catholic Paladins that puts them behind schedule already, but you got to expect they're going to run the ball again. You got to keep that energy, because maybe you make one stop, which they've had made a couple, but it's being consistent.
Yeah, great job from the defense right there. Brings up 2nd and 9 for the Paladins.
And the Delbarton still, and it is a QB read, and the quarterback's got the ball again, and he gets a first down. Great read there, great blocking, and you see there, we talked about adjustments. Delbarton is still in a 3-man front, but it looks like they have their outside linebackers a little bit up. I don't know if they have any good big defensive linemen that could change to a 4-man front, but I don't know if I like that they're still in a 3-man front. Nonetheless, another first down for Paramus Catholic, and it just feels like Delbarton's defense goes 1 step forward, 2 steps back. When they make a stop, it's just the next play, it's even more yardage.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 for the Paladins. Delbarton showing blitz.
And it is an end around to Martin. Nakai Martin, and number 51 on the stop for Delbarton. And it will be 2nd and 6. Gaddis, Bennett, and Martin on the defensive line for Delbarton really have to come up big here on this drive to make a stop. They just need one. Get Paramus Catholic to punt the ball away again. Martin on the end around. It will be a quarterback keep for Martin, the other Martin. Martin on Martin Reed. And it will get only a yard there. And highlighting the gameplay from Rowan Martin, the sophomore quarterback. He wasn't the Paramus Catholic starter this year, but the starting quarterback got injured, and today he's been playing lights out so far on the ground. And he has a passing touchdown as well. He's really been playing great, but now 3rd and 5, big play for Delbarton's defense. You got to make a stop. Already 2 minutes off the clock on 2 sets of downs. You got to make a stop here, and you got to get that ball back.
Yeah, 3rd and 5, big play here for.
And everyone's all up.
Sides.
Martin in motion, and it will be a pass, and that is a good pass, and that is a first down. He floats it, but he gets it where it needs to be. The Delbarton cornerback, I believe that was Kylie, could not get to the ball in time, even though it was a high pass, more of like a float pass, a touch pass, but he gets it with accuracy. And Kylie obviously trying to play back, not getting burned on one-on-one, and that will be a first down for Paramus Catholic. Great play call. And now back in the same set, another fake end around. They love this play. Another 3-yard loss.
Yeah, big thing right now. They're just chewing clock. I mean, they've taken almost 4 minutes on this possession, on this drive alone, and they're just doing a great job of not allowing the Green Wave to have the ball.
And and Veer, Matt O'Leary has been moved from cornerback to middle outside linebacker this year because of his undersized but great tackling ability. And we've heard his name a lot, making tackles in the run game, and he's up on the line trying to stop the run here. 2nd and 11, and I think they're bringing Martin in motion again, but this time it's a pass. They got to look for him short, going deep. Man open. He's got it. Good throw, and that will be a touchdown for Paramus Catholic. They decide to throw the ball, and the Delbarton secondary just seemed a little lost in the man-on-man coverage, and great throw by Martin. You know, we've highlighted his running ability all day, but that was the best throw he's made, and that is a touchdown for Paramus Catholic, making the score 27-7. And Veer, this is not what I expected at all for today, but Paramus Catholic really is coming out firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, I mean, they've just found gaps in Delbarton's defense, and they're just taking advantage of it. They're doing a great job running the ball. That opened up the pass game, as you saw right there. And they take the lead now 28-7. So
and a low kick.
The Green Wave definitely need to.
No good. I believe, I don't know if my eyes deceive me, but it looked like it may have been rushed from the Delbarton kick blocking unit, and he just hit it low and left, and it was no good. So a small win for Delbarton, but they got to get the offense going. It is 27-7 in a game where it feels like Delbarton hasn't even had the ball because Paramus Catholic have ran the ball and had the possession so long. So, and when they've had it, Delbarton has not been perfect. Another thing I'm observing, Veer, and you can talk about this with me, is that there's not been a lot of penalties for Paramus Catholic. When you run the ball, you got to always wonder holding penalties and stuff like that, but they've played a really clean game so far and playing the game the right way.
Yeah, I don't think there's actually been a penalty on either side. I mean, just a clean game from both sides so far.
And this one has actually got some distance. Van Rapp gets it. He's got a good block. He makes a move, and he's down at around the 35. Not a bad return from GVR. And now you got to keep Gallardi in the game, and you got to start throwing the ball because 5 minutes left in the third quarter, down by 3 touchdowns. It's now go time.
Yeah, I think Delbarton needs to definitely take more chances here, be a little bit more aggressive. Still a lot of football to play. This game is not over by any means. But yeah, I think it's necessary here that they get some points on the board.
In motion. Good fake there. Gallardi looking, and intercepted off the tip. I thought that was a little bit of a tight window in double coverage. Looked like the pass was going to Castellano, and that pass is intercepted. And it just feels like the times they were not making mistakes against DePaul, those mistakes are now coming over to this game. Silly mistakes. Gallardi played a great game last week, and that was just a silly pass.
Yeah, I think just a misread there. So the Paladins will take over 1st and 10 at the Green Wave 39. And yeah, I mean, it's crucial here now for the defense to come up with some stops.
And Veer, that seemed like that was the design play to Fury, but it was picked up very well by Paramus Catholic, and obviously Gallardi couldn't find his first read, so he got a little antsy and just forced the ball into a spot that was not there. And Paramus Catholic keeps playing a beautiful football game, Martin in motion. Martin takes a snap. He hands it off to DuPont, who gets another. Oh, there's finally, we talked about the flags. There is the first flag
one,
of
yeah.
the game. And both teams, Paramus Catholic is pointing towards Delbarton. That was at the end of the play, and it looks like it will be on Delbarton. It will be on Delbarton. Paramus Catholic keeping their perfect game when it comes to penalties going. It looks like a face mask maybe, or unnecessary roughness. I cannot tell. It was a 15-yard penalty.
A 15-yard face mask penalty against Delbarton on that play.
Oh, yeah.
So the momentum definitely all with the Paladins right now.
And DuPont is blown up. Emmett Coy, we talked about him last game, making big plays, and finally he makes a huge play here. Another thing that the Paladins really have not thrown the ball as much as they've had, but when they've they've been pretty successful. And their pass rush for the Green Wave, that's been great. Coy and Scalfani really have not got home at Martin at all. A Coy there with a good stop. It is second and about 13. And Veer, another thing you got to think about is the Paladins kicking unit has not been very successful all day on extra points. So you got to think that they're going to go for it at this position. So if Delbarton can make a stop here, they can get the ball back and they could stop any bleeding. Play action, pass. Oh, and it's right through the hands of Chaz Cusimano, who's one of the best young players for Delbarton. The sophomore, he's excellent, Veer. He's really, I mean, you can't say nothing but good things about him. Almost made a great play there.
Yeah, so just through the hands of Cusimano. 3rd and long here for the Paladins. You imagine a stop here from the Green Wave gives them some momentum. Still plenty of time left in this game. Yeah, but I think it's necessary here that they hold the Paramus Catholic offense.
Yeah, and a Cusimano interception there. He had nothing but green grass. If he caught that, that would have been huge. But still, 3rd and long. They're going to run the ball with Martin again, and in a beautiful push, he keeps going. Ball's out! And it looks like Green Wave got the ball. Wow. Obviously, you saw my excitement. And the Green Wave have it. And what a play call by Paramus, but just Delbarton's defense, you said they need to make a play. They made the play right there.
Yeah, so hopefully that will give them some momentum. You know, I think it's time to take some chances, you know, find your playmakers. I think that Paramus Catholic has been reading the offense all day. They've done a great job on the defensive end. You know, maybe switch it up a little bit. But I think it's definitely a drive where you need to get some points on the board and crawl your way back into this thing.
And I believe Cusimano was the one who stripped it out again, I believe. And he is special. I mean, 96 on his math test on Thursday, and now he's got a batted ball and a forced fumble all in the last 2 plays. To Fury, he gets blown up. And this Fury game, we talked about him being an X factor. The Paladins obviously watch film because they're keying in on him.
Yeah, they've really held both running backs, Fury and Irby Mason, to little number of yards.
And Veer, I mean, the big play for Delbarton so far on offense was that huge pass to Van Rapp. I think you got to go back to him. I mean, send him on a good route. He's a great route runner, and I don't believe that would be a bad idea, as it is to Grant Van Rapp. Great catch. He does a great job finding the ball and attacking it.
They're gonna call for a first down, so that will move the chains. But a great job right there from Van Rapphorst and Gallardi.
Yeah, and I think you just got to give the ball to Grant as much as you can. I mean, he's just a special player, and he's young. He's got 2 more years. He's gonna be really good for the Green Wave, as it is a screen pass to Van Rapp. And he breaks a tackle. He breaks another one. Another great play. And Veer, it sounds like they're listening to me. They're giving the ball to Van Rapp, and he's making plays.
Yeah, I think also once you get the pass game going, that will most definitely open up the run game for the playmakers like to Fury and Irby Mason. So I think you keep taking your chances, find Van Raphorst in space, and I think the Green Wave will be just fine.
In the I formation, it is a fake to Fury. This is the play they were looking for earlier that was covered up. To Fury gets about 7, and this has been a very productive drive so far.
Yeah, so it brings up 2nd and 5 for the Green Wave. Just under 2 minutes left in this third quarter.
Ghilardi in the I formation again. He hands it off this time. Irby Mason, and it looks like a first down.
Yeah, great job from Irby Mason there, picking up the necessary yards for the first down. Like I said earlier, the pass game will open up the run game for this run-heavy offense.
And the Paladins defense, one thing they have done a great job there is Jaden Terry with the tackle there. They've done a great job wrapping up, Jaden Carrion, as that play was an incomplete pass intended for to Fury.
Yeah, just great pressure right there from the defense. Ghilardi had to get that one out quick.
One thing that is good, a positive in that incomplete pass, obviously, is that stops the clock. You got to think they would like to score a touchdown, so they're only down by 2 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter. 3 touchdowns in one 12-minute quarter is very difficult.
But not impossible.
Definitely not, Veer. Ghilardi drops back to pass. He tucks it down. Now he's going to throw it. And he's got Van Rapp again. I mean, these two, it's like they share a brain cell. It's amazing.
Yeah, great job right there. Great read from Ghilardi. They're in Paramus Catholic territory now, so moving the chains, playing efficiently, this is what they need to do.
And it's a run to DeFury out of the outside zone. He's pushing, and he gets out of bounds. 44 seconds left. It's a gain of about 3 or 4, and the refs are calling over. It looks like an injured player. I cannot see for which side.
I think it's from Paramus Catholic side, but we hope he's all right.
And we'll take a break. And it's great to see number 0, Jordan Barreto, getting off on his own power. Obviously, prayers up for him. 2nd and 6 for the Delbarton Green Wave. Kobe Irby Mason to the right of Gallardi.
Both teams had some time to talk over their game plan, see what the Green Wave come out with.
And as we resume play, we were obviously talking about the Green Wave wanting to score before this quarter ends. Gallardi tries with a hard count. And Irby Mason shifts to the I formation. And they're going to give it to him downhill. He gets a gain of about 2, and he will be stopped, swallowed up by that interior line.
So 30 seconds left in this one, in this third quarter, excuse me.
The thing to observe here for this third down is that big offensive lineman and huge transfer Brooks Kepke has came off the field because his helmet came off for this play. And on a big third down, one of your best linemen coming off the field is not good. But he's been great all year for the Green Wave, as back in the I formation again for Gallardi in the bunch. And they are going to run a play right before the quarter ends. And it is caught, and he's going. And that is Gerard Yu, I believe.
Great job from Gallardi and you.
And
That
that is
was the-
exactly what Delbarton needed, Veer. They scored right before the half, and a great play. And that reminded me exactly of what happened last time against the Paramus Catholic Paladins when the Green Wave, Van Rapp did that short catch, and then he did a little spin move and ran for the end zone. Gerard Yu doing the same thing here, replicating it. And obviously, it's not significant to win the game, but it could start a big momentum kick, as Yu's kick is beautifully right through the uprights. It's 27-14, and the Green Wave got some life.
That will be the end of the third quarter. Paramus Catholic leads 27-14, and we will be back in a minute.
And Rob Lanning ready to kick off, start this fourth quarter, a big one for Delbarton.
The clock is a little bit of an issue that the Green Wave will have to manage here. You know, quick stops they would need on the defensive end.
And the kick is off, landing a great one. Wow, that was his best kick of the day so far, and it'll be a touchback. Martin deciding not to touch it, and the Paramus Paladins will have the ball at the 20-yard line. Like you said, Veer, quick stops are the name of the game. The time is on Paramus Catholic's side, but it seems like the momentum might be on Delbarton's after that huge Gerard Yu touchdown.
Yeah, both teams still have all 3 timeouts. Definitely a lot of football left to be played.
And Odoa is in the backfield with Martin. And other Martin is in motion. And it will be an end around and a great tackle there. Scalfani, who we've been saying has been playing great in the backfield, but he just missed tackles there he could not miss.
Yeah, great job right there from Sclafani, Columbia commit. Tackle for loss as a loss of about 5 will bring out a 2nd and 15. One notable change, it looks like number 29, Andrew Henson, is in the game. Looks like for Nick Stoll playing that safety position. I did see Nick Stoll get looked at by the trainers, so hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, we will see in the future if our sideline reporter Lorenzo could give us any update on him, as Martin is in the backfield with Odoa again, and it's an end around now. Oh, and another great tackle there. That was by, looks like Ryan O'Leary, who's made some great tackles all game, and a little bit of an attempt of trickery by the Paramus Catholic Paladins. Delbarton's not budging.
Yeah, great job right there from O'Leary. Green Wave playing with some swagger now. They got the momentum on their side, and they're doing a great job. 3 and out here will be huge for them, so let's see if they can get the stop here.
And now it's 3rd and long, and as you said, Henson is in at safety. You got to think that he's going to need to make a big play on his first time in, with it being 3rd and about 15. He's a very, very formidable backup, very athletic junior. We'll see Martin in the backfield with Odoa. He's ready to throw, and there's a flag. It looks like it will be a false start on the Paladins. The first penalty that they've had all game, and that is huge. This is not the time to get a penalty.
Yeah, the Green Wave have the momentum right now. Their student section is cheering. 3rd and 20 for the Paladins, so.
And Martin has made some big throws today. We will see if he can make another one here, as he is still joined in the backfield by Odoa. You got to think it's going to be a Martin-to-Martin connection, at least an attempt, as the Green Wave defense shifts. Martin, Scalfani going in the backfield, and wide open. Hunter on the coverage, and he gets beaten by, I believe that was Martin.
This is not a good look.
Number
right
9.
Now. Number 15. The quarterback is pretty banged up here. Let's hope
as
he's okay.
they tend to him, we will take a break. Obviously a bad sight. And a great sight. Martin is jogging off the field. Now the 3rd string quarterback is in. Number 10. And that is Marco Green. Actually, I believe that he was the starter, but he got banged up. He was a starter at the beginning of the year. He is a senior. I heard he's actually a pretty good quarterback. As they said, Martin in motion. Green hands off the ball to Odoa, and there he goes. And that is not what Delbarton needs. That big 40-yard post was a killer. Obviously a great throw by Rowan Martin, the sophomore, who's still out, I believe. I believe Green is in. Still 9:30 on the clock in the fourth quarter with the Paladins having the ball at Delbarton 34.
It looks like Alex Fazekas is also out of the game for Delbarton, so he's getting looked at right now. Let's hope he's okay. But Delbarton also out with some injuries.
Yes, as Green is in the pistol formation, he hands it off to DuPont, and he is stopped. Oh, no, he keeps turning and gets another 3 yards. O'Leary and number 9 on the attempt, but could not bring him down. Emmett Coy finally brings him down, and now with the ball at the 30-yard line, it is 2nd and 6, which could have been a 2nd and 8.
I mean, you really think back to that big throw from Martin at their own territory under their 10 on 3rd and 20.
And Martin has played a great game, and you look back to the first touchdown, you know, you don't really think about it, but that tip ball touchdown in the beginning, as he stopped in his tracks, that was DuPont getting the ball again, handoff by Green, and he gets stopped in his tracks. Now a big 3rd down. But back to what I was saying, that tip ball touchdown on 3rd and long, you don't really think about it as big of a play. You think, obviously, it's just 6-0, but it turns out that's big points now because it's a 2-score lead.
You imagine this is 4th down territory for the Paladins, so 2 consecutive stops for Delbarton. It should be their focus here.
And they still have DuPont and Odoa on the side of Green on each side. As it's a pass, Green's got a good arm, and he's got a man, and he's got a touchdown!
Just a double move right there.
And that was, I believe,
Number 10, Marco Green, completes to number 8.
Yep, that's what I thought. It was Mekhi Martin. We talked about him at the beginning of the game. He was the X-Factor receiver. That will probably get him over 1,000 yards on the season. And that is his 8th touchdown. And wow, that might be, Veer, the nail in the coffin for this game.
Yeah, you see that route there. It looked like it was going to be a comeback, just a double move.
And the kick is up and good.
Number 83, James Bortnick's kick is up and good.
34-14, the Paladins lead. Under 8 minutes left to play in this one.
And Veer, this could be costly for the Delbarton playoff implications. They could have a really tough matchup now against Bergen Catholic, who they lost to a lot to a little at the beginning of the season. So if they have anything left in it, they need to give it now, down by 20 points with 7 minutes and 39 seconds left. As we'll take a break. And
Number 16, Graham Van Rapport, back deep to receive for the Green Wave.
as we resume play, James Bortnick kicking off again. Obviously his pooch kick style, and he goes with another short one. And that is picked up by Austin Kiley, and he's dropped at the 35.
Number 15, Austin Kiley.
And this pooch kick by Bortnick has really been successful for the Paladins, stopping any big returns. And now, big plays has got to be the name of the game for the Green Wave. 7 minutes and 34 seconds. You think you got to score really quick, and you got to probably go onside kick at some point.
Yeah, I think you just got to take it play by play here, not get too ahead of yourselves if you're the Green Wave.
Very good insight, Veer, as we are in the I formation for the Green Wave. Irby Mason gets the ball, and he gets about 4.
Handoff goes to number 22, Kobe Irby
Delbarton looks like they're in the hurry
Mason.
up.
For about 6
Gallardi
yards
out there.
It'll be 2nd and 4. Couldn't tell. Far side, and their numbers were so hard.
Snap. Gallardi looking to pass in the pocket. You again. He's been great all day. Probably the best game of the year for him.
Number 13, Gerard Yu.
7 minutes left. Clock stops as it's a first down. Now it is running. Chains are set.
On the tackle.
Yeah,
6:50.
great job from you right there. Delbarton's got to keep this pace up.
I formation to Fury back there. Gallardi snaps. Back, drops back again. He's looking deep. He's got a man. He overthrows Grant Van Raphorst, who had to step on the safety.
Gallardi's pass intended for number 16, Grant Van Raphorst.
Not the worst situation, though. It does stop the clock.
Brings up
And a
2nd
very
and 10
safe
for Green Wave.
throw for Gallardi. If you were going to miss that throw, you'd rather miss it long, as the safety was 1 step behind Van Rapp. 6:33 left in the game. 2nd and 10 at the 50 exactly. To Fury in the backfield with Gallardi. Gallardi drops back. He's looking outside. Van Raphorst, what a great catch. He gets the high point of the ball, and he's out of bounds. Stops the clock with 6:28, and that looks like a first down. And you got to think it's going to be a Van Rapp U-Palooza now.
Gonna bring up 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1 for the Green Wave. This game is not over. If they could score on this drive, put a couple of defensive stops together.
And it looks like, I cannot tell who's in the backfield. Easton Windorf, who is a very solid blocker. Looks like he will be picking up any blitzes that the Paladins will throw at him. And Gallardi drops back. He's looking deep. He's got Grant Van Rapp. He's wide open, and he scores! Grant Van Rapp.
Number 10,
He is amazing. Another great catch. Finally gets the touchdown. You know, I asked him in history class yesterday, who is his inspiration for this game? And he told me Joey DeSilva. So, big touchdown there. And 6:21. That was as quick as it needed to be. And you got to think, if they get the ball back, you got to give it to Grant Van Rapp because they can't guard him.
Yeah, I mean, this game is not over. 6 minutes left. We need consecutive stops from the defense now.
Kick is up, and it is good. He has been consistent all day. One of the only bright spots of Delbarton today so far. But the offense has came alive. They're becoming a little bit brighter. And now it's decision time. Do you go for an onside kick because you know that the field position isn't your biggest problem now? Or do you kick it off and hope that your defense can make a stop there against the Paladins? We'll see. It's decision time for Coach Bowers as we'll take a break. As Rob Lannon is now set to kick,
Number 8, Nikai Martin.
we will
and number
see
4, Christopher Ventura, deep to receive.
Ventura and Martin back deep for the Palads as trouble with the hold. Cusimano comes over, and he is going to hold it, and I believe they are going to onside kick it. The hands team is ready for the Paladins. They were expecting this, I guess. But here we go. Lannon. And he kicks it away. Little bit of that was the best kick of the day for him. A little bit of trickery here, expecting to try to send him off guard. No return, and that's exactly what they do. Great kick by Lannon. And now the Paladins have the ball 1st and 10 at the 20. Now, Delbarton does have all 3 timeouts, so they can stop the clock if times do get dire and they have a chance. But first, they need to stop the Paladins' offense.
Yeah, consecutive stops here is important for the Green Wave. They do have all their timeouts.
And it's interesting to see if the Paladins are going to, who they have at quarterback. It looks like they have number 10 in.
So
No, he's back in. I'm sorry. No, they don't. They have Martin back in and another running threat.
Colin Brady and Chase Hauser in the game now for the Green Wave on the defensive end. They come up with a stop. It will be 2nd and 7 now for the Paladins.
Brought down by number 99, Chris Gaddis. Gain of about 3 on that play brings up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and you were saying that Brady and Hauser, and what do you think the Delbarton game plan is for putting them in the game?
I think now you have a throwing quarterback in. You know, you need some stops in the air. I think Delbarton has really figured out the run game as of right now for that the Paladins have established. So I think consecutive stops here is important.
2nd and 7 in the pistol formation. Odoa in the backfield, and he will get the run. Great blocks. Cusimano misses a tackle, and he will get a big first down for the Paladins. Tackle is made by, who is that? Number 2. Is that Stoll? I believe Nick Stoll made the tackle.
It was Hauser.
Hauser, I'm sorry. Number 3 and 2 look pretty similar. As we just received word that actually Nick Stoll is out for the game, a crushing blow for the Delbarton defense. And with 5 minutes left in the game, Paramus Catholic looking to dwindle down the game and get out of here with a win. I formation again. You got to think it's going to go to Odoa again, and it does. And this time, there looks like a holding. A flag on the Paladins. It looks like it would be in a holding territory.
Should be holding on the Paladins,
And
which
that's
will move them back.
what it will be.
Stops the clock as well.
I believe.
Holding against the Paladins.
Correct. It will be. That stops the clock and moves them back 15 yards, but it is still first down.
So really crucial next couple of plays here.
10-yard loss. I'm sorry. That only bumps them back 10. 1st and 20. Only 2 penalties on the Paladins all game. It was a false start that ended up not mattering, and now here a holding. 1st and 20. DuPont in the backfield. It is a run, quarterback keep for Martin, and he gets about 6 back. It'll be 2nd and 14, and there's a timeout called by Delbarton as we will step aside. And we're back. And we were talking about it in the booth. A lot of new faces for Delbarton in number 9, Vince Acalaire at linebacker. Junior's getting chances to step up. It's a play action, fake, and not going to give it a flag. It looked like Hauser was going down as he was sliding, so they're not going to give him a flag.
Yeah, I do think
Time
that's the right
out
call.
by Delbarton, and it'll be 3rd and 5. And like we said, when Martin comes back into the game, his running ability has been on full-fledged already. He's got about 14, 15 yards back after that penalty on 2 plays alone. And now, probably the biggest 3rd down of the game for Delbarton. And we'll take a quick break. And a big 3rd down here. And they're going back in that Wildcat formation, Odoa and DuPont. And Odoa, he will get the 1st down. That is killer. No timeout, sorry. I believe it looked like the ref signal for a timeout, but it's not. The clock is running. And 3rd and 5, the Wildcat with Odoa and DuPont. You just wonder how the Green Wave did not stop that. Now, a man in the backfield, a blocker and it's a run to DuPont. He gets about 2 and gets taken down. 3:14 and a timeout by Coach Bowers. And now it is dire straits, Veer. If the little chance Delbarton has to win this game, what do you think needs to happen?
Yeah, obviously it first starts off with defense, getting the stops here, making the offense punt the ball away, and then I think you gotta take some deep shots, look for Grant Van Raphorst maybe, or even Gerard Jew we've seen have a great game so far today. And then I think from there it's an onside kick and just do the same thing again. You are down 2 scores here, so do need some quick hitters here.
Yeah, Veer, and we highlighted this last game when I did the broadcast for DePaul, but DePaul was making little mistakes that cost them the game, little penalties or little turnovers that just ended up creating the upset for Delbarton, and now it seems like Delbarton just made a couple little mistakes, a couple 3-and-outs that they should have had the ball for longer, and a couple of, missed coverages on big pass plays that now you look at the play here, and it seems that it really bit them in the heel as they're in the I formation with the fullback also in the backfield. And it's a run right up the middle. DuPont, and he gets another 1st down, and that should do it.
Yeah, Paramus Catholic has played a really good game today. You've got to give them all the credit. They deserve it. The offensive line has just been moving guys out the way. They've done a great job of just blocking, creating holes for the running backs and the quarterback to get yards and make plays happen. you know, in that run game that they've established early on in the game, opened up the pass game like we saw earlier. 2 passing touchdowns, that 3rd and 20. I mean, they've just done a great job today, and their defense has held Delbarton to 21 points. So overall, just a great game from Paramus Catholic, and I think you got to give them all the credit they deserve.
Yeah, Veer, I couldn't agree more. And I think the offense did a great job on making sure that their defense was not on the field that much. Great clock management because of the great run game. And if Delbarton doesn't have the ball, they can't score. So tackle made there.
We talked about it earlier, just being efficient, and that's what they've done today. And they've done a great job.
And DuPont had the run there, gets about 2 yards. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left. Delbarton is down by 13 points. So now we are under 2 minutes.
So 1 minute and 40 seconds left in this one. It looks like Paramus Catholic will just run the ball here.
And Odoa breaks it outside, and he is going to go down. Looks like he slowed up a little bit to run out the clock. He has been great all day, definitely over 100 rushing yards. And with 1 minute and 30 seconds left, that will do it, basically. But the Green Wave faithful are still having a good time in the pit.
Yeah, the one thing is that the Delbarton fans, the Delbarton brothers, will always show out for their guys.
And now looking at Delbarton's playoff spot now, I believe that they'll probably drop to 6.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that one unfolds. Probably play a team like Bergen Catholic or St. Peter's Prep. And that will do it. The Paramus Catholic Paladins go into victory formation.
And they will move to 4 and 6 on the season as Delbarton moves to 4 and 5. Going into playoffs, a huge win for Paramus Catholic and a well-played game for them.
And the Paladins will win 34-21. We thank you for listening, and we will see you in a bit.
Number 15 takes a knee.
And as the time expires, I'm Connor Glory, Veer Dahl, Mr. Lowy, Lorenzo Scola. A tragic loss. Scola, I believe, may have another interview for us, but I'm sorry, he's not. But as the game ends, we thank you for listening.
That takes us to the end of
Veer,
the game.
thank you for an amazing 4 years here.
21.
You did an excellent job.
Paramus Catholic.
Thank you, Mr.
Couldn't
Lowe.
be happier. You were one of the leaders of this club. You started this whole thing. We may not have another home game for football, but we'll have you for lacrosse. But I wanted to come on here and thank you because you did an incredible job, and this wouldn't be the way it is without your help.
Thank
So
you. Very
we
much
appreciate
appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, let's go in the playoffs, and we'll see you guys soon.